So it's still locked at 30 on PS5.
But why are you going to pay 30 quid a game for the Nintendo console? Like, why would you pay for the Switch and pay Nintendo? It's like,
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't. Well, of course, because game development is just getting more and more expensive. People want to believe like Nintendo's cracked the code or something. It's just like no, they're just so behind in game development that the increase in cost and the increase in development time just hasn't is now catching up to them when it caught up to everybody else 5 years ago. So even Nintendo was aware that like, hey, we're not going to have that much first-party software available for the launch of this console, which is also why they delayed the launch of the console. So they're like, we need to supplement this. We're going to need to supplement with third-party games. And now with the Switch 2, we'll be able to actually play the third-party games that the Switch couldn't play from the PS4 gen. So they reached out to all these people to get them to do these ports. So imagine like if the Switch 2 did get announced this year, they would have had like Super Mario. They would have had Mario Luigi Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Super Mario. Well, that was last year. What is it? Mario and Luigi Brotherhood. That's coming out this year. They probably would have waited and launched the Mario Wonder with it, and then they have the Peach game that just came out, and they would have had they're working on the Zelda playable game that's coming out, right? It's supposed to be this year, roughly. So like they would have had those first party games plus some third party games like we're getting Jedi Survivor, we're getting Arkham Knight, we're getting No Man's Sky, which came out to it, all that kind of stuff. So that would have been, they were going to use that for the launch window. But then they realized like, hey, if we don't put out Mario Wonder last year when they did, we ain't got nothing else to put out for the year. And then they're like, okay, well, the Princess Peach game is a little further along. And what about the Metroid game? Well, the Metroid 4 ain't ready yet. So they're like, you know what? Yeah. So they're like, all right, let's push the launch till we have software. We have our first-party software in a better state. But, all well and good for Nintendo to say that, but the third-party games are like, hey, we've been developing stuff and we paid, this port house to port Arkham Knight to the Switch 2, and we need to pay them now. And they're like, we can't wait for whenever you're gonna put your games out, and then we have to compete with your first-party games too. So they're like, we're putting our games out on schedule, but we will just port it to the regular Switch and it'll just run like garbage. But the whole thing is, I'm sure that the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible. So as soon as you can probably upscale like a boost mode and play Switch games on Switch 2, and they'll run and look better. And they're like, okay, well that'll just fix all the little issues. It'll still run at 30 though. But it's crazy to me that Warner Brothers, I mean, I guess I know why, right? But it's crazy to me that Warner Brothers had some studio go in and downport Arkham Knight to the Switch and not upport it to at least unlock the frame rate so they could take advantage of PS5 and Series X.
they're not interested in that.
Well, because they can't, I guess because they know that it would be expected as a free patch and not a paid update. That's the problem. They're like, hey, we can't. They would need to repackage Arkham Knight and resell it so that they can.
That would be like a classic remaster that does nothing, and there's been too many of those.
Exactly. So, although you know what, I mean, I wouldn't pay full price for it, but I would play a Game of the Year edition because there was a lot of DLC for Arkham Knight. So like I would play. I mean, I had the season pass, so I played it all. But like I would play it. I would pay $50 and buy Arkham Knight Definitive Edition and play it at 60 FPS at 4K. Sure. I mean, and there's people who would do it. I think it would be worth it. Oh God.
I'm saying it wouldn't, but I I just think it's just a bit of like wasted development. Like you all know that they could be doing something. You don't have to.
Yeah, well, we see what they did with Suicide Squad.
Maybe they made it better to do. Take that back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just poor. That was just really bad. What you guys are getting on? Yeah, that was just a bad idea. From what they say, it's looking like Steam Deck. It's looking like a Steam Deck. So basically, like roughly PS4 settings, kind of PS4 console equivalent. But the catch is that because they're using an NVIDIA GPU, they'll have access to DLSS. So they could internally be running at like, let's say 720p, but with DLSS upscale that to 1440p.
Yeah.
Or if they're running at 1080p with DLSS, they could get that up to maybe even 1800 or 4K. However, it's Nintendo. And on top of that, it's also supposed to still be portable. And the portability of that is what will kind of, have the negative effect in that the clocks and everything will be pared back because of the battery life.
They do need to sort of step their game up hardware-wise. You see where they are now. It's a bit of a joke.
Yeah. I think they realize it.
Console, and I think it was their last solid console.
Yeah, everything else has just been a gimmick. The Wii was a gimmick, the Wii U was a failed gimmick, and the Switch is another gimmick.
Get away with it. It's actually a good console and it was a family console. You can't just live that rather than buying for the rest of gaming.
Yeah. Yeah, and they I think at this point they've recognized that. They know that, but
Too many AAA games.
yep. And
So on Xbox, right? So
yeah. Yeah, Xbox. Oh boy. what a year they've had.
they even in it.
No, they're not. They are very out of it. They are so out of it right now cuz like I just heard that who is it? The publishers for PUBG have now purchased Tango Gameworks from Microsoft. And the Hi-Fi Rush IP as well. After Microsoft closed them. So yeah, they shut down Tango Gameworks, even though they said that Hi-Fi Rush was met all the expectations. Oh my no lord. No. Huh. Ah, okay. I just got past the first half of Micholash. But yeah, Microsoft is just they're in a bad way. Like, they don't know what they're gonna do. Not anymore. I mean, they could have been, and they were. I mean, but like when you look at what they've done they've messed up Halo. you know, they want to mess up Call of Duty by putting it in Game Pass. They're so focused on their subscription service. It's like, you fools, like, you're going to destroy your IP. So they're putting Game Pass. They're putting Call of Duty in Game Pass this year, and like, I don't know what they expect is gonna happen, because all this is. Yeah. Yeah, and people, and it's a time investment too, so like, people aren't gonna, the way you can just watch a Netflix show, stop at an episode and just, you know, not go on, you can't do that in a game. So I'm not really sure what they, I know why they just really think it's gonna, that this whole thing is gonna work out, but it's not. So they're but yeah. But now it's like, okay, does this have a game-breaking bug? You know, wait for a patch, wait for this, wait for that, and it's like, okay. It's, yeah, definite, absolute requirement. No, yeah, no way you can without it. Yeah, they're just it's just a key. It's a key to unlock something, and you have a chance of either losing it or damaging it. Yeah, it's like, why? Honestly, well, since when we moved to Tobago, I stopped buying physical games because it didn't make sense anymore. When it's like, well, I can buy it digitally, save money because it costs less and there's no shipping, and I get to play it immediately. But and now as games install to the hard drive anyway, the disc is literally just a, you know, it's just a thing to have it, to say that I have it. And then when you end up with the issue of, when you go to a new console, you're like, well, okay, you got to make sure that the console is physically backwards compatible with discs. Because if it ain't, then, well, oops, well. And then it's like, oh, well, your account, you know, you have stuff on your account, but it's not really on your account. Because, yeah, because you own it on disc. For real. Get bent, Micholash. Oh yeah, he's trying to do it. But I keep stunning him. He's done. He's gone to his own nightmare now. True. Well, he just said, now I'm waking up, now I'll forget everything. Yeah, I like to forget you, sir.
There's nothing to wake up to, right? You saw his corpse.
Exactly, that's the whole thing. It's like, everybody's dead. The whole... Yeah, it's like I started watching Bloodborne lore videos too, because of course because of course, and it's just like, yo,